The human mind is complex, always active, and brimming with incessant thoughts. Like a river that never stops flowing, this constant mental stream, however, often prevents us from recognizing the importance of the present moment. We tend to lose ourselves in this whirlwind of ideas, emotions, and worries, without pausing to reflect on the true essence of what is happening now. The practice of observing the mind, on the other hand, is a profound yet simple exercise that helps us achieve mindful awareness. By observing thoughts without judging, controlling, or suppressing them, we create an internal space of tranquility that allows us to be more present in a world full of distractions and noise. This ability to pause and observe becomes a powerful tool for finding inner peace. But how can we develop this skill of observing without getting lost in the mind's turmoil? Observing the mind is not just an intellectual exercise or a meditation method. It is a daily practice that helps us live more consciously and in balance. To truly observe, we must go beyond the constant analysis imposed by the mind. For example, when we look at an object, like a plant or a cup, our mind quickly begins making associations, judgments, and comparisons. This plant is ordinary. This cup looks expensive. These thoughts are automatic and often go unnoticed. However, true observation goes beyond these labels. It involves perceiving the object in its essence, without the lens of judgment. When we manage to do this, our mind calms down and connects us directly to the present moment, free from past interference or future expectation. This pure type of observation is the first step to transforming our perception of reality, enabling us to see things as they truly are, without distortions caused by the mind. Often, though, we encounter obstacles when trying to observe clearly. Our minds are saturated with beliefs, past experiences, expectations, and judgments that act as filters, distorting our perception of the world. For instance, when walking down a busy street, our mind quickly categorizes the people around us. That person is in a hurry. That man looks friendly. That woman seems sad. These judgments are as automatic as breathing. However, if we manage to interrupt this flow of thought and simply observe people without labels, something different happens. We begin to notice subtle details, body movements, facial expressions that previously went unnoticed, postures that communicate more than words. This kind of unfiltered observation invites us to live more fully and presently. The great challenge of mindful observation is identifying when our mind starts to deceive us, leading us to react automatically to surrounding stimuli. The mind, in its incessant flow, tries to fill any void with judgments, interpretations, and ready-made responses. For example, when we're listening to someone speak, we often start formulating a response before the person has even finished. At that moment, we are no longer truly listening, but are lost in our own mind. However, if we make an effort to observe without reacting, we begin to experience the depth of true listening. By listening without the need to respond, our experience of the moment expands, and we become more present in what is being said. This space of mindful attention creates an internal environment of peace, and when that peace is established, our perception of the world becomes clearer and less distorted. This is an example of how the practice of mindful observation can transform how we interact with the world. As we practice observation and presence, we become capable of perceiving the difference between automatically reacting and consciously responding. In the workplace, for example, this practice can have a significant impact under pressure. Our mind tends to create scenarios, expectations, and fears, leading us to make impulsive or poor decisions. However, if we can pause, even in stressful moments, and observe what is happening within us, we may find the tension subsides. From this state of calm, we can make clearer decisions without the emotional baggage that typically accompanies external pressure. This doesn't mean decisions will always be easy or quick, but actions will align more with reality than with automatic reactions to the situation. This ability to remain present, even amidst chaos, is crucial for handling any challenge life presents. Another essential part of this practice of mindful observation involves connecting with the body. The body directly reflects our mind, carrying within it the tensions and emotional blockages accumulated over time. When we start paying attention to our breathing and bodily sensations, we can access a source of calm already within us by focusing on physical sensations. Without expecting anything to change, we create a sense of profound tranquility. A simple example of this would be dedicating a few minutes upon waking to observe your breath and notice how your body feels. This may seem like a small gesture, but when practiced daily, it has the power to transform how we handle stress and day-to-day tensions. By becoming more aware of our breathing, for instance, we can use this practice to bring balance to our minds when overwhelmed. Additionally, the practice of inner silence plays a fundamental role in this process. Silence is not merely the absence of sound, but the stillness of the mind. In such a fast-paced and noisy world, the mind constantly jumps from one thought to another, making it difficult to remain fully present. However, when we learn to simply stop and observe without clinging to thoughts, the mind naturally begins to quiet down. This internal silence offers us clarity and freedom. Imagine facing a major challenge, like an important decision. When the mind is full of noise, it is difficult to make a wise choice, but by entering into silence and stepping away from mental distractions, options start to appear more clearly. Silence offers us a more precise view of the situation, enabling us to make more balanced decisions. The practice of silence and mindful observation is also a way to reconnect with our deepest self. By pausing to observe without judgment or urgency to change or solve, we come into contact with inner wisdom that is not subject to external pressures. When the mind quiets, we begin to realize that true transformation does not occur by running away from our thoughts and feelings, but by simply observing them without losing ourselves in them. For example, in moments of stress, if we can observe our thoughts and feelings without identifying with them, we start to see that stress is merely a passing experience, not something that defines who we are. The practice of observing the mind with mindful attention and without judgment is a profound path to achieving lasting inner peace. By not reacting automatically to our thoughts, we begin to realize that our true essence is not tied to these ideas, emotions, or judgments. Simple, uncomplicated observation allows us to create an internal space where we can discern what truly matters in the present moment. What once seemed like a significant problem now becomes just a passing phenomenon, which we can observe without losing our peace. True freedom, in this context, is the ability to be present in the moment without the chains of ego or rushed judgment. Start incorporating these teachings into your daily life. Throughout the day, take moments to observe what's happening within and around you. There's no need to strive for perfection or rush. The secret lies in consistency. Each moment of true observation, whether during a conversation or while noticing nature around you, will bring you a sense of tranquility and clarity. True peace and wisdom come from the stillness of the mind, and by living more in the present, life begins to unfold in a richer and more meaningful way. Remember, change begins the moment you decide to be present, and in doing so, you will not only transform your perception of the world, but, most importantly, your perception of yourself. Did you like this content? If so, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more videos on spirituality, self-awareness, and personal development. See you in the next video.